What's up, peeps? Are you looking to improve your aim on controller? Well, this is the video for you. Today, I've got a bunch of quick tips that will dramatically improve your aim, specifically if you're on console players. And today, we're going to be focusing on acquiring new targets, but also quickly changing from one target to another. Ladies and gentlemen, let's jump right into it. Well, before we start, shout out to my Naughty Gang. If you guys want to be featured here, comment down below, Naughty Gang. Now, let's jump right into it. So now, what are the two ways that you can aim? Well, number one, you got, if they are next to each other, you start beaming one, and then after you finish beaming one, you move your aim and you beam to the next one. Now, this is good if you got targets right next to each other, right? Anything that is within that scope's range or right beside your scope, like for example here, the door is right next to my scope. If they are within that scope's range, then yes, it's good to aim like this. But what you guys saw me do is one of the most important things. Let's say you know there's two targets. There's one target there, and the other target is right over there. I see a lot of people beaming the first one and they get them, and then they stick with the ADS and go all the way to the right. Number one reason why this is not the best is if you guys notice, this gives you a lot of blur when you're moving from left to right. Compare that to this. It's a lot less blur. Number two, it's a lot quicker, right? A lot of us don't have a sensitivity that high. So this right here is going to be easy than going like this. Not to mention that if you got high ADS, you may miss the target by a little bit and then try to recenter. So obviously re-engaging is the most important. Another reason why, again, you want to re-engage, and again, I don't see that many people doing it. I always see people sticking with their ADS like this, holding it like this. When you ADS completely on a target, it gives you like the horse blinders on, and you can't see anything except the middle of your scope. So when you're like this shooting, you're really focused on that middle, right? Well, what this does when you get out of that ADS and transition to another one, it allows you to quickly see the playing field. Is there anybody rushing you? Is there another sniper you didn't spot? You got more FOV, and again, especially for us console players, you guys can see here our ADS, our FOV decreases even more. So again, when you're not ADS, it opens up your eyes a little bit more just to make sure where is there any other possible targets, anything like that. So it's always good. Remember, beam a person and he's far away, disengage, and then re-engage like this. That is always going to be a lot quicker, and you're going to be a lot more open to what's going on around you. Now, how do you actually improve this, right? How do you apply this technique and get better and better and better at acquiring any targets? Now that you know how to do it, the way to practice it, you got two ways. Number one, always practice it in your pregame lobby, as I am doing right here. What you should do is drop in a pretty contested area, a little bit further away, right? Try to drop somewhere where people aren't going to kill you from behind or anything like that. Try to get a little bit of an elevated position and practice on the people falling down from the air. That's usually the best way, because you got people falling down from the air, you got people on the ground, and that allows you to practice both. Practice quickly switching, right? ADSing on one, and while still ADSing, quickly aiming to the next target, but also it allows you to practice the disengaging run, right? ADS on one, once you kill him, completely ADS off, and see where you got enemies around and completely beam the other dude. Now, if you want to really master the art of acquiring targets, now this is where you get pro level. And this is going to sound kind of confusing at the beginning, but let me explain it to you. The master of acquiring targets and instantly beaming the dude that's right next to you has to do with while you are shooting at that first guy, right? You got your aim locked on that first guy. As you're shooting at that first guy, your eyes are looking at the rest of your screen to see if where that next enemy is. Or obviously, before you engage, you know where that enemy is. So it's kind of hard to do this, and sometimes if you didn't do it properly, it can not mess your aim, but you don't finish the kill. But again, what you want to do is, as you're beaming that first guy, your eyes are already moving towards the next target. Your eyes, only your eyes, right? Not your aim, nothing like that. So let's say I'm here in the open, right? And I see a guy right here. This tree is a dude, but I also got a guy creeping up over here. So as I'm shooting this guy, my eyes are already looking over here to see where that next possible guy is. So again, it's hard to do. With practice, you can get it, but basically you'll be beaming the dude. As you guys can see right now, I'm looking at my left, and as you guys can see, my shots are hitting even without aim assist. So that just takes a little bit of practice. But look, right now I'm looking at my left. As you guys can see, my eyes, they're moving to my left, and my shots are still going on point. So that's something that you can practice right here. Look to your left as if there was somebody there, and try to keep your aim on point. All right, get that little rat out of here. So again, try the same thing. Let's say you're gonna look at that thing right there as you're shooting. Oh my God, as you're shooting there. So we're gonna go ahead and shoot right here, and I'm looking to my left. I'm looking to see right there. And again, what I do is kind of like if you were driving and you're looking at your side view mirrors, you're looking back and forth, right? So again, let's say I got a dude on that window right there. I'm looking back and forth. As I'm shooting, I'm watching that enemy's movement. So the second that I down this guy, boom, I can switch to the next one right there. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Now, how do you actually practice switching between targets if it's not in their pregame lobby? Well, it's pretty easy. Jump into Plunder, go into a house like this that has many windows, and all you have to do is shoot between the windows in practice. And this is going to be a lot easier than in the game because this one you get no aim assist, right? There's no enemies, nothing like that. So you're not getting any extra help on acquiring your target. So when you actually translate this into the game, you're going to do a lot better. So I'm in this part of the map, and this is actually a pretty good house. The reason is because you got targets above and below, and what you want to do is kind of like a crisscross motion. So shoot this guy, boom, and immediately shoot the next guy, boom, shoot the next guy, boom, shoot the next guy. So what you want to do is fire a couple bullets here and there, right? So you go and then you go to the next one, and then you go to the next one, and then you go to the next one, and then again next one, next one, next one, next one, next one, next one, next one. God damn it. Little bot that was actually waiting for me to come back. Okay, so again, oh my god, we got the Nebula 6 gas coming in. And again, if you want to practice the further one, you go in between two houses, and let's say you're going to practice with that window. So you shoot like this, shoot like that, practice to disengage and shoot the next one, and then you do it again. Shoot, disengage, shoot. And then once you want to get into the more complicated ones and the better ones, what you want to do as well is you want to make sure that you're always moving. So don't just like stay like this while you're practicing your aim. Get a little bit of side motion in there, right? In case there's some snipers or anything like that. So that's when you get a little bit better. You start going like this. Again, as you guys can see, I'm always moving like this. And what you even want to do is after every aim, you can even crouch, and that'll even help you a lot more. Again, just making you harder to acquire. So go like this, crouch, go like that, crouch, like that, crouch, like that, crouch. And as you guys can see, I'm still moving from side to side. And since I've done this quite a bit, as you guys can see, most of my shots, I mean, they're going directly in those windows. One more time there. Shot, 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 shot. And now before we finish this video, just a quick little tip here. When you are acquiring various targets, let's say you're fighting multiple targets at once, the most important thing here is how fast you can down the enemies, right? Because if you're missing shots and you're shooting them in the legs, it gives that enemy not only time to react and maybe turn around and shoot at you, but to tell his friends that are right beside him, hey, there's somebody shooting right at me, beam this dude. So super important when you're practicing and doing these sort of things, always try to aim for the head and always try to get your enemies down as fast as possible. Because let's say there's 2-3 enemies. If you really beam somebody to the head super fast, you could down 2 enemies without them even knowing where you are. Now, if the thing goes sideways and you down 1 and the enemies already know where you are, don't ego chow that. Don't try to, aim to the next dude immediately as he's shooting at you. Recontest that, right? Go ahead, lay down, play it up a little bit, try to rotate, try to move around, but don't stand in the open. Try to beam everybody like this, right? Pick and choose your fights is one of the most important things. Ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you guys did learn something. Peace out, and I'll see you all in the next one.